morning and welcome to Free From Friday in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen. I'm Karen Griffiths and I have my terrible twin here, my Simon. Hello.
Good morning.
Can you put my camera right, please?
You're looking all right. Don't worry about it.
That's better, I can see where we're going. So, welcome all to Free From Friday, and today we're going to be baking some gluten-free scones. Or scones, depending what you want to say. It's bank holiday weekend, the weather is looking fabulous for Sunday and Monday, and what's better than a fresh scone in the garden with some flavoured cream and some lovely jam sat out there with a cup of coffee or tea, or even maybe a glass of Prosecco. Simon, have we got any special hellos?
Oh, always special hello to everyone. Nikki King, hello.
Hi.
Alan Williams, Debbie Hargreaves, Breeder Arnold.
Hello there.
How's Sue Mary? You've got to stop somewhere.
We have to stop somewhere. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching. I don't like to miss my gentlemen out now. I know sometimes there's always Wayne there and Lee there, so I want to make sure that I say hello to you as well. And Paul, if you're there, hello to Paul.
Somebody's asked, how is Oscar?
Oscar's fine. He's looking a bit sorry for himself because he doesn't like having his blood taken, as none of us do like having our blood taken. But you know what, I'm waiting for the vet to ring me to see whether his medication's got to go up or down, which he's not right, so he's going to be on medication for life. But other than that, he actually had a spring in his step when I went home yesterday, which was a great improvement. So are we all right there, Simon?
All right.
So I'm going to show you what I've already made.
Here's one you made earlier.
Here's one I made earlier, so that we can cut these open in a bit and we can put some gorgeous jam and cream in. So I've done the full mix, but I'm only going to make half the mix on the live because sometimes you don't want 9 scones. You only want say 4. So I'm going to do half the mix, and we're going to. So I've done. See them there? I've got some if you like a sugar topping. So I've got some of you, a little bit of sugar on before they go in the oven, if you like a bit of a sugar topping on them. And then you've got your plain ones there. Because I know that my daughter, when she's been bringing scones home from the shops, the bakery, she likes the ones with the sugar on. She says the taste is, so it is your preference. So they are lovely, they're cooked, they're light and fluffy, and are going to go amazing with some jam and cream in a bit. So I've suddenly just realised.
What have you just realised, Karen?
I didn't print my recipe out, so
Is it on the website?
No, the recipe is on the website for fruit scones, and all I've done is substitute the self-raising flour for gluten-free self-raising flour. So that's what I've done off the website. But I am going to put it on the website in a bit. I'm going to make a whole gluten-free scone recipe, so if that's what you're looking for. Now there is vegan scones on there as well, so the vegan scone recipe means don't use the egg. You can use plant butter, you don't use the egg, and you can use the egg replacement that you can get from the free from aisle in your local supermarket, and it's usually 3 grams of powder to 3 tablespoons of water equals 1 egg. So you can use that if you want to do the vegan one, so long as you make sure that you use your vegan plant butter as well. So these ones are going to be gluten-free today. Any questions there?
Good morning, lovely Karen and lovely Simon.
Lovely Simon.
Says Leslie Green.
Thank you, Leslie. So the first thing I'm going to do...
We were talking about being lovely yesterday.
Yes.
Did you watch yesterday's?
Me?
Yes.
No. I was very, very busy last night. I'd had a really busy... Carol had been really busy yesterday. We've been in the warehouse. I should tell you all what we've been doing, the gold boxes. No. We've been doing loads of jobs. I got home and I had jobs to do at home, so I didn't manage to catch the live, but I saw the cookie cake this morning because that's going down to the warehouse for the staff. It looked amazing. So I am going to catch up over the weekend. I'll watch Laura's live because I've got a nice bank holiday weekend. I'm going to sit in the garden with my iPad and just have a lazy time.
So do we have anybody watching on YouTube?
Do we?
Do we?
Hello,
Do
YouTubers.
we?
Just bear with me.
YouTubers actually commenting on YouTube, because we haven't had any yet.
We haven't, and it's warming up beautifully around here now. I mean, when I came into work this morning, it was like 14, 15 degrees, and I know it's going to reach like 22 on Saturday and Sunday. Well, Sunday and Monday, definitely. Can't wait. The first thing I'm going to do, what we do, is I've used 75 grams of sultanas, and I've soaked them for the last hour and a half, and I've soaked them in some tea. Now you can use orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice if you wanted to, or you can use tea, and tea is a really good way of doing it. I just put some tea in there, let them soak. It makes your sultanas go lovely and, bring those out like that, makes them go lovely and juicy again. They start to rehydrate, so that, sorry, plump up, so they're rehydrating, so that's really nice. They'll be so soft and juicy in the scone mix. Into my bowl, I'm going to put 250 grams of gluten-free self-raising flour. Now, this is the one I use. You all know which one I use by now. I use the Duff Farm free from gluten. It's a gluten-free self-raising white flour. I use this one. You can get that from your local supermarket, or you can buy the supermarket's own brand, or if you prefer, you can buy it from the health shop as well under their brand. But you want to make sure you get the gluten-free self-raising flour. And into that, I'm going to put a good teaspoon, and I'm using strawberry and pistachio flavoured icing sugar. In fact, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to put a tablespoon in, just so they make them a bit sweeter. So I've got a tablespoon of icing sugar going in there, and I have 75 grams of cubed butter. I'm using unsalted. So that's gone into there. And then I want to have 1 teaspoon, 1 level teaspoon of baking powder. And then I'm going to make this into a nice crummy mixture. I'm going to make sure that all the butter and the flour and the sugars are all mixed together there. So that's in this bowl here, to make half a portion, is 250 grams of gluten-free self-raising flour. I've got 1 good tablespoonful of flavoured icing sugar. I've used strawberry and pistachio. I've got a level teaspoon of baking powder, and I've got 75 grams of unsalted butter, which was it was quite chilled because it had come from the fridge, and I'm just now rubbing all this in gently.
So we do have Susan Richmond.
Hello, Susan, on YouTube. Hello. Anybody got any plans for this bank holiday weekend? Anybody doing anything exciting? Simon, let's start with you. You doing anything?
I've got Will all weekend.
So that pub's out then?
Yes. Yes, unfortunately, he's only 14.
Yeah, so you're going to have a nice father-son time at home then. There we go.
You mean where I watch him playing on the Xbox?
Yeah, that one. There we go, that's rubbing in nicely. I saw one lady had tried the S&C wheelies. I did. Did anybody else try them? Has anybody else tried a S&C wheelie that we did? Our take on the old wagon wheel there, but it was made with our gorgeous flavoured icing sugars, our whipping it up. We had our tempered chocolate, and they were delicious. Right, that's rubbed in. Resembles some nice breadcrumbs. It doesn't matter if you've got a few lumps there, but that's rubbed in nicely. So into that, we make a well. And we're going to pop the egg in the centre of the well, and then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of milk in there as well.
I've got a question for
yes.
What you just did there. Why did you not just crack the egg straight into the well?
I never do, just in case, heavens forbid, the egg was off. Because if the egg was off, you would have ruined all your mixture there. So I always crack the eggs into a separate bowl to put in, because it's better to, if I've cracked 3 eggs and the one was off, then it's better to have wasted 3 eggs than wasted all the rest of the mixture. So usually I just always make sure I crack them into a bowl. It was just something I think I was taught from a young age.
One at a time then?
One at a time, yeah.
so you only waste 1 egg and not 3. If you were putting 3 in.
Yeah. But I mean, it's very unlikely you get. It's very unlikely these days that you get a bad egg. I'm just going to drain. I'm going to quickly just go and drain this tea mixture off these sultanas. In fact, I've got a little bowl here. I can drain them here.
I need a little. I should have a little thing that I flash up and say top tip.
So there we go, we've drained the sultanas, put those into there. And now I'm just going to mix this round until I've got it mixed. I can tip it onto the board and we can knead it into a lovely dough ball. Now don't forget Tuesday, we're off Bank Holiday Monday, so there's no lives Bank Holiday Monday, but we're back Tuesday at 2 o'clock with our chocolate mould sale. So make sure you all tune in at 2 o'clock with our chocolate mould sale. I can't believe how much you all liked the sale we did last Wednesday and how quickly everything sold out. It was amazing. So I'm just going to...
You soaked them in tea, didn't you, yours?
I did. I soaked mine in tea.
You can soak them in whatever takes your fancy.
Well, yeah, I mean... on the website, the recipe says orange juice, but you can do orange juice, apple juice. You can do tea. You can even do flavoured tea if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. Just want a little bit of. I know this is the non-stick board, but for biscuit dough and for normal dough, it's you still need to have that bit of flour there. Just moulding this into a nice bowl now, making sure that all the ingredients have thoroughly mixed round.
So Susan says she's staying home, looking after her hubby after his oh, what's going on with me today?
I don't know.
After his hip replacement, and hopefully she'll be planting hanging baskets and tubs.
Oh, that'd be nice. At least you've got the nice weather for it.
No baking.
Well, it's going to be 22 degrees, so you need to bake in the morning. Bake in the morning so you can enjoy it in the afternoon.
You can bake yourself in the afternoon.
Yeah. So I'm only going to... I don't like to roll it out too thin, because I want to have a nice deepish scone. So there we go, and I'm using this size cutter. Now remember, you can use any size you want. So I've used the 4th cutter out of the Cake Star set of 6. So you could use a smaller one if you wanted to. You could even do the baby ones, but I think there's nothing better on your plate than having a nice size scone. I'm just putting them on there for a minute because I know what I've not done. I've not greased my tray and lined it with a bit of flour, so I'm just going to put them on the board there, and then I'll do that tray in a moment.
Did you wash your tongue this morning?
You?
Is it me?
Yeah, not me.
I don't know what that means.
Because you're getting your words all muddled up and tripped up.
What? You mean? Well, I should have washed it.
No.
Oh, it's because I washed it.
Because you washed it. So what I'm going to do is, it's made 4 nice big ones. I'm not going to waste that bit. Let's just push that on the top. We don't want to waste any mix, and then we'll got 4 good size scones there. We got anybody from Devon watching us, or Cornwall, where you put jam first? No, you put cream first, don't you, and then jam on it.
Oh.
I'm going to do it both ways so I don't offend anybody in the whole of the country. I'm going to put jam first, then cream first, then jam. And I think it's Devon, is it Cornwall where they have the Cornish teas, where they always seem to put cream first and then a blob of jam on the top.
Yeah. Does it matter?
No. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using a bit of cake release on my board there. You can use some Trex. You could use a bit of butter if you wanted to. I'm just using a bit just to grease my tray. Then I just want to put little bit of flour.
Doesn't that just stick to the grease?
Yeah, on purpose. That's what I want it to do. Because then my scones won't stick to the tray.
You know, it says yes, jam, then cream. Does that mean yes, she's from Devon? Or just yes, put jam on first?
Well, I always put jam on first. I always have. So I'm just going to put these on the... Oops. How dare you? How dare you try and break? Put these on the tray. And then I am actually going to put these in the fridge for 15 minutes. The oven is being preheated now. It's on 200 degrees centigrade, which I'm going to ask Simon. I will find out for you in 2 ticks.
What question are you asking me?
At 200 degrees centigrade, could you get me the Fahrenheit and the gas mark, please?
Yeah.
So that's
392.
392.
And although it's how much was it?
200 degrees centigrade.
Yeah, that's gas mark 6.
Gas mark 6, thank you. He's still looking for...
I'm looking at what?
He's still looking for Fahrenheit, I think.
I'm just looking at
Yeah.
I'm looking at this conversion table actually now from Duff Farm. So these are gluten-free temperatures.
Oh, well, brilliant. It makes all the difference. There we go, nice clean board again.
Oh, Susan baked yesterday, so you're forgiven for not baking over the weekend.
Absolutely. So I'm going to leave those in the fridge for 10 minutes, then we'll 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll put them in the oven. It stops them from spreading too much, and it will make them retain their shape. So the next thing we do is we flavour some cream. Now, how many people love the flavoured cream now when you flavour your cream? Because in the old days, before I realised Sugar and Crumbs, I used to just have plain cream on my cakes, on my Victoria sandwiches, in my scones. But since with the sugars, I can flavour it with any flavour. I love it when we put the lemon in it or the velvet vanilla. I'm actually going to put the strawberry and pistachio flavour, only a good tablespoonful. Or in fact, because it's a 600ml, I'm going to do 2 good tablespoons of strawberry and pistachio, just to get that nice sort of strawberry taste going through the cream. So I'm going to start just whisking this round. I'm going to put 2 good tablespoons in that.
Wow. Don't be carbies, I think. So butter, then jam, then cream.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, if I've got jam and cream on my scones, I don't use butter. I don't ever butter them. I usually use the jam as being like the butter part, and I'll always just have jam and cream. But my husband, he's like you, Debbie. He loves butter, then jam, then cream. So that is smelling gorgeous in there. So yes, but you know what? Let's be a devil. We're just going to put in another tablespoonful, just to make sure I've got that gorgeous taste coming through. Got my
So
spatch.
does anybody just like scones by themselves?
With just butter on.
Without anything else? Or is the scone just a delivery system for the cream and the jam?
The scone in my house is just it's just your plate for putting your jam on and as much cream as you can. And I usually say to my son, have you got enough scone with that cream? Because he's one that he just likes to really pile the scone up with the cream. But he's a Philistine because he likes squirty cream.
Well, you're using
Double cream.
double cream.
Yeah.
Not really clotted cream, is it?
No, but you know, it's flavoured with our gorgeous flavoured icing sugars, so a nice strawberry and pistachio tasting cream. So always make sure you keep an eye on your cream. You don't want it to over mix and start to separate because it is too clumpy. So you want it just to be a nice piping consistency that we can pipe onto top, or you can even want it to even spoon it onto the top. But we're going to be posh there, we're going to pipe it. But if it is clotted cream, I just usually do spoon it on the top. Turn that up.
All baked small, so have you made the giant scone yet? I don't know anything about this.
I haven't. Is that the one where is it the tear and share one, or is it just an actual giant scone that you can just cut into pieces, Paul?
I don't know, because you can have a large slice.
Ah, so that means it's just doing it where you've got your dough, Simon, and you just make it into one big round, put it on your baking sheet and bake it like that.
Yeah.
I saw your cheesecake on Facebook this morning, Paul. It looked delicious with your strawberries and the strawberry jelly over the top. It looked beautiful. Right, we're getting there now. I'm just going to test this. I want to make sure that it's...
No, squirty cream's not the way, is it?
No.
Nicotine, no.
No. No, when I say that to my son, it's not the way. Right, so I've got a lovely... I can tell it's just nice now because when I get it off there, it's staying on there, but it's not separated. It's a lovely, smooth in there. Can you see that okay?
I'm going to. Yes, there you go.
So it's nice and smooth. It's not started to separate and smells gorgeous. I'm using a big piping bag because I'm going to have to decorate the ones that come out of the oven in a moment as well. So what I'm doing is I'm opening the bag right down to the bottom so I can just pop in, and I'm using one out of the Savoy set, which is the Gem 1ES. It's out of the Savoy set. So, and I'm just putting that carefully in there. You have to be really careful because they have really sharp spikes on, and you don't want to be having...
Don't just want to drop it in like you did.
No, you don't want creamy spaghetti coming out through the sides of the hole. You can't just drop it in. You get told off Simon. There we go. My cream ready. I've got some nice Hartley's strawberry seedless jam there. They are so nice inside. So, how are we going to do this now? I'm going to do one where I'm going to put a lid on one, and then we're going to have the traditional way that you can have it at home as well, where you have your two halves. I'm going to put those up there. Would help if I cut them a little bit even. So let's get the jam on that one. because I'm going to put the lid on that one. There's a good dollop of jam on that. Is there anything else you'd like me to do today?
That's a lot of jam.
It's a nice lot of jam, this. And then we're going to... Oops, we just get a bigger palette knife. Just so I can get it on the tray nicely. Oh, look at that. Then we've got a teaspoon of jam on that one.
The way you're hiding it behind the jam jar there.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. There we go. Oops. So put that on there. So we've got that one like that. And then, I think they also do it where they have the cream, and I believe you put a teaspoon of jam like that. And if anybody's watching here from down south, could you let me know if that was correct, please? Just get rid of these.
I think the second one looks nicer.
What, that one like that?
Turn it round to us, yeah. Oh, that's fine. No,
Nope.
you want the steam.
That like that, yeah. I'm just going to put the other scones in the oven now so you can see those come out. Is there anything you'd like me to do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trying to think what I can do.
You've only done half an hour.
I know. I'm trying to think what... I'm going to talk about classes, and then would you like me to... who'd like to see the motorbike model again in chocolate? Because I know there was people who've been buying it and asking how to do it. So I could do the motorbike model again in chocolate for you if you want to. I think that would be a good idea. So how do you like those? And those look gorgeous, and with a nice cup of tea. So let's talk classes. June the 1st, we don't have a class, but we have our chocolate mould sale on at 2 o'clock, and we have Tracy Mann on then at 6:30. Wednesday, it's Carol's cupcake bouquet class, a full day class. We have over 500 people, 500 members in that group now, and there's still plenty of room for anybody else who's been thinking about it and doesn't quite know whether to join it. It's a super class. Carol teaches you how to make the bouquet, but she's also teaching you how to do some nice decorations on the cake as well, using a variety of piping tubes, and then she'll show you how to put the whole bouquet together, which will be a stunning display for you to give to anybody as a present. And that's on Wednesday. And then on next week, on June the 7th, we have a really busy week. We've got Julie Rogerson in on the 7th, making this gorgeous Noah's Ark cake. So that's Julie Rogerson on the 7th making this cake, and it's a lovely arc, and she's going to show you how to do all the markings around it. She's going to show you how to make the little cabin at the top and all the animals. So you're going to learn all of that, and that's a £30 class. So that's on June the 7th, starts at 10, usually ends around about 5 o'clock. Depending on how you've all done. Julie says you can work alongside her if you want to work alongside her, or you can just sit back, take notes, enjoy the day watching Julie make it, and then you can make it at your own leisure. But we do go pretty slow, so if you want to follow it along, you can do. But Julie has put all the weights, she's going to give you all the weights of all the models, and when you've bought the class, in the guides is telling you what you actually do need for the class, because you'll need to have your cake already baked. So that is June the 7th. And then June.
Well, oh, sorry, Karen, carry on.
June.
I was going to say, we have got a lot of yeses for the motorbike.
Right, I will do that.
A request for you to go over the recipe again.
I certainly will. And then June the 8th on the Tuesday, we've got Carol's Buttercream Flowers at 2 o'clock. And on the Thursday, we have... I'm trying to think. On the Thursday, we've got a guest in the kitchen. We've got in the kitchen at night, but we've also got Tracy Mann on in the morning at 11:30. On the Friday, we've got Doe Griffin in on the 11th. On the 11th of June, on the Friday, Doe's in doing the what she calls her Father's Day toppers. But you also, remember, you can adapt these as well to use on any male cake toppers that you want to. So you've got a gentleman's birthday coming up, or somebody who's an avid golfer or an avid fisherman. You've got these that you could make, and you can decorate your cakes with. So this is a £20 class, and this is on June the 11th, the Friday. Again, starts at 10 and usually ends between 4 and 4:30, and that's £20. That's a real bargain. And then Saturday, June the 12th, we've got Hannah Edward Singh in the kitchen making Flossie. So she's making Flossie the flamingo. So how cool is this cake? This is a cake, it's on a structure. Now, Hannah does say that if you've never done a structured cake before, then this is probably a bit too advanced for you. This is more for the ladies who have done structured cakes and are you're okay with it. You've done like the horse cake, and there's another structured cake she did. I can't think which one it was. But this is like if you've done something like the horse cake, then you're absolutely fine with this, because you have to have your tools in for making the structure. You need things like a saw, and you have to have I think it was like a drill and everything and other things. So she does go through with you how to make your structure. So you must have your structure made before the Saturday when you start the class. But there is a live on that in the group. And also all the tools and everything that you need is in the group as well. This is a £40 class. So to make a cake of this calibre for £40 is a real bargain. And I can imagine your friends and family seeing this and going, wow, how have you made that cake stand up? So this is a £40 class, and this is on Saturday, June the 12th. I'm just going to get the chocolate bowl. I was going to sneeze then as well with icing sugar. I'll get the chocolate mould, and then we'll... so they all want fancy the motorbike, do this, Simon?
Yeah, don't forget to go over the recipe. Are the scones still in the oven?
Sorry, what did you say?
You've still got scones in the oven?
I'm putting them in the oven. They've just gone in now. Why is it always the last one, Simon?
Don't know.
And I'm just going to get my chocolate out. So the scones are going in the... Oh, no. They've still got a good 5 to 6 minutes left yet. They're going to go in the oven for 15 minutes.
Right.
And I'm going to use my Sugar and Crumbs tempered chocolate to show you how easy it is to make tempered chocolate. So this is the Sugar and Crumbs tempered chocolate. I've not brought the microwave down there, so I'm just going to go put that in the microwave quickly and bring the mould back to you now. I'm doing it on 30-second blast in the microwave, and then give it a quick shake and do another 30 seconds. This is the motorbike mould. So you get the clips with it. It's 2 halves. Now you can do this you can do it in the 2 halves if you want, but I found the best way to do it is to put it all together and we clip it, and I'm going to fill it this way, and you get, it fills the seam so the whole bag is solid. So I prefer doing it this way. So I'm going to show you this way how to do it. So the chocolate is just starting to melt now, so another 30 seconds in there. The scones are just about 4 minutes from coming out, so they're looking really good. So who's going to make some scones this weekend? I bet Simon's wishing he could eat one of these.
I'm not going to make scones this weekend.
You're not? No. So let's put them out of the way over there. Put that lid on the jam. There we go. And we are nearly ready. I have my spatula there for stirring the chocolate round with. Get myself a little piece of greaseproof paper. So this greaseproof paper will cap any chocolate that's not used, because any chocolate that falls onto this will set and you can just gather it up and put it back in your bag again. It's absolutely usable. Again, it's great. Very nearly, because the art to doing the melting the sugar and crumbs tempered chocolate is don't let it melt completely. You want to give it a really nice stir while it's all melting, because you don't want it to be absolutely piping hot, because it'll take longer to set, and if you're putting it in your fridge it ruins the temperature of your fridge, it highes the temperature. So I get it just so it's still nice and cool but has fully melted. So here we go. So if you can see from this on the overhead, I've still got buttons in there that haven't melted. So all it is just giving it a nice stir until these buttons have melted. See, the bowl's not very hot. I know it's not overheated, and I just keep giving it a stir until these buttons have melted, and then I can use it straight away. I don't need to cool it down to be a certain temperature. No, because this is the tempered one, so there's none of that faffing around having to put the.
So you don't have to take it up higher and then seed it to bring it down.
No, you just melt it.
So that's looking like you don't need to heat it anymore.
No, I'm not heating it anymore. Yeah. What I do is that I melt it until I've still got some solid chocolate chips in there, and then the rest of the chocolate is melting it all. So then that is lowering the temperature for me straight away. Because as I said, I don't like to put things in the fridge that are too hot, because I do not want to higher the temperature in my fridge. And you can leave it on the side, yes, but it just takes a lot longer to do, and I want to have this have 2 coats. And being tempered, this chocolate I've noticed sets really quick. It's great. So that is lovely and smooth. Really is a lovely smooth chocolate, and tastes gorgeous. So we have got dark chocolate in now for people who are asking as well. We've actually got the dark chocolate in, the tempered chocolate in on the website. So I'm just going to pour that carefully into the mould, and I'm practically filling the mould. So I'm just going to make sure that also give it a tap, because I just want to make sure that everything, the handlebars, everything has been covered in chocolate. And then I just want to go around the sides. And this is definitely going to need another coat. So I'm just making sure it's going around the sides, and then I'm going to tip it upside down on the bowl and leave it there a moment while it all drips out. As you can see, I've caught the chocolate on my paper there, so when that sets, which will be pretty quick, I can just gather that off the greaseproof and pop it back into the bowl again and use it next time. We just check the scones. Just a couple of minutes on those.
Nikki King thinks that drip is hers to eat. I'm not sure. I think it's going back in the bowl, Nikki.
It is, but if you really wanted to and you was in the kitchen and it's set, then you could eat the little droplets up. There'd be no harm in you doing that. So as you can see, that's stopped dripping now. So I'm just going to turn it on its side like that, and I'm just waiting for that to dry slightly. Now I can put it into the fridge to speed it up, because all I want to do is I want to make sure that the glossiness has gone off the inside, because that's showing that it's starting to set. Because I don't know if you can see from the little droplets on the paper, you can see how quick it started to set. See, we just do that now. That's how quick this chocolate starts to set. And I'm just waiting for it to get that like bit of a matte shine. It's still shiny, but I want to get that little of a matte look on it, because then I can recoat the inside, but the outside is still going to be lovely and shiny when we take the mould off. Not quite, it's getting there though. That's what I love these clips for, because you can use them as little stands. Right, I'm just going to look at the scones in the oven, because then I'm going to go through the full recipe while this is drying. I'm going through the full recipe of the scones with you.
And happy birthday to Angela.
Oh, is Angela back?
Who is spending it with us.
Well,
obviously. And it's perfect.
That is absolutely...
We did sing happy birthday to her last night.
Oh, I'm going to sing it again today, because I didn't sing it last night.
Okay.
So there,
Does that mean you're on your own then? Or have I got to?
No, you've got to. So as you can see, using the board, using the flour and the grease on the board, they're sliding around. So I've got my gorgeous scones waiting there. I'm going to leave those on the tray just for a couple of minutes, just to make sure that they've set okay. Then take them off and cool them completely on the wire tray. I have to do that. They're a bit warm. Simon. Hello, Angela. Happy birthday. Are you ready?
No.
He's awful, isn't he? Ready?
Hang on. Let just make sure.
He needs to. Oh, sorry. He needs to lubricate his vocal cords. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you. Have a wonderful bank holiday weekend, and thank you for sharing your birthday today by watching us live on here. So as you can see, this is still nice and loose in the bowl. Started to...
we missed somebody else's.
June.
Happy birthday, June.
No, we'll sing again in a bit. We can't just do one without the other. Is there any more? Because we're not we're not singing forevermore. But has anybody else got a birthday today except June and Angela? So if you can tell, I filled that up quite a lot. I don't mind about having too much chocolate in the bowl, because I've got too much chocolate in the bowl. I just let it set, and then I've got it to use next time. So I just want to do that. So there we go. Onto there again. Oops, without dipping it in. How did I do that before?
Yeah,
like that. That was like that. So I'm just wanting to make sure the chocolate drips out. Then what I'm going to do is with this one, I'm going to put this in the fridge quickly so that it will harden up quicker, so I can get that out for you to show you the motorbike. The motorbike is absolutely, it's a gorgeous one, as well as the Porsche car. And we've got a pram in the solid ones, and we've got all the shoes in the, what I call the solid moulds. The other ones are BWBs. I absolutely love the BWB moulds, and I have a chocolate demo next Thursday to show you our new moulds as well. So I'm going to show you, if you can go on the front camera a moment please, Simon. So next Thursday at 2 o'clock, I've just remembered I'm doing a chocolate demo, and I'm going to show you the brand new moulds. We've got the BWB moulds and some Halloween ones as well, for from the porter mould. But I've got Halloween. I've got a massive pop bottle to do. It's really good. It looks like your Fanta, Coca-Cola bottles, but obviously we can't say that, and it hasn't got any markings on to say that it's that. But you can easily write it on yourself, and you could do your bottle. So we've got a really good bottle mould, and we've got all the Halloween moulds in as well as a little. It's a, would you call it a little box? That white one, the white chocolate one I've just done this morning. It's a little square box with a lid with a rose in it, where you can paint the rose, and once it's all dried we can paint the rose. So I'm going to do all that for you and paint the rose so you can decorate it up and show you how we do that one. So that's on Thursday. That's going to be nice and exciting. So that's finished dripping out now, so I'm just going to quickly put that in the fridge. Got a fridge here just so I can...
That's the chocolate fridge.
It's the chocolate fridge. How do they know?
What?
How would they know it's a chocolate fridge?
I know it's a chocolate fridge.
I know.
Is it falling over?
No, it's fine. My little clips weren't down far enough. There we go. We're absolutely fine. So I've got that just setting. I've stood it up and it's just setting now. So that will be fine. So look at that now. See, we've got chocolate here. Comes off. That's how good the chocolate is. Just comes straight off, and I can just pour that straight back in. Just wait for those other ones to dry, because that's from what I've just done now. Just get my cloth. What I will do, Simon, let's just give them a sneak preview. There's a sneak preview of the bottle. It's all packaged up now, ready for Simon to do the photographs in a bit in the kitchen when we finish the live. So he's going to take photographs. But on the live, there's actually two halves of the bottle. I'm actually going to make the full bottle, and I'm going to front camera again, please, Simon. I'm going to actually do the both halves, and we're going to put it together to make a full bottle, and then we're going to dust it. Because I've done these in two halves just for the photographs that he's got to do with it. But look at that, isn't that good? It's a nice. You say it's a nice tall one.
It's very nice.
It's great, isn't it?
What was that?
That was just like my arm touching my bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you'd drop that bottle then.
No. Well, it sounds like glass. It's chocolate.
It's just so deceiving, isn't it? That?
So as you can see, that chocolate is drying lovely on there, and I just pick it off, and we can just put it straight back into our bowl, because it's something we can use again. Don't ever waste your chocolate, ladies. Just put it to one side in the bowl, or you can put it into a little Ziploc bag, and leave the Ziploc bag and leave it open until the chocolate's gone a bit cooler, and then seal it up and put it in your cupboard, and then just peel it out of the Ziploc bag next time, put it into your bowl to remelt. I've done that with the chocolate, and it's worked absolutely great. There's no white spots on it, there's no blooming on it. I feel it's tempered, and I just melt it in the microwave again and just use it again. And that's $4.99 for 500 grams. As you can see, it's starting to set in this bowl now. But I've got a few things to do afterwards, so I'm going to leave it in this bowl so I can melt it down again, because I've got a few little jobs to do in the kitchen in a bit, so I will actually get that used. Right, these here is two I made earlier. I've done the 4, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
So these are ones that just come out of the oven.
So these are the ones that have just come out of the oven. They're cooling down lovely. So I know some of you like to have a warm scone with butter on. So what I will do is I'll just cut open. If only you could smell it. It's so nice. It's so crumbly. If only you could smell that. It's absolutely, oh, delicious. So onto that, I actually could put just butter on that and I actually would eat it just like that. But I'm going to leave these 3 whole ones so Simon can get some good pictures of all the scones later. Oh, nice. So it is a very warm one. That is like as though you've just come out of the kitchen with that one. Anything else, Simon, that people would like to know?
Angela says, ooh, they have a lovely size, Karen. I think she's talking about the scones.
Yes. Well, if you're going to have a scone, you get a decent size, don't you? So we get them like we do with these. So you can have it as one cake like that and put a lid on it and have it as one big cake. Or you can just do your 2 little halves on your plate, ladylike. The chocolate will be nearly ready in a moment. So the recipe for these scones is going to be under Gluten Free Scones on the website, and I'm going to do that straight after the live. I'm going to go and put the gluten-free recipe on. But it is as follows. It's 200, this half what I've done today, I'll give you the half what I've done today because the full recipe will be on the website. So the half what I've done today was 250 grams of self-raising flour. It's gluten-free. I've used Dove Farm. So it's Dove Farm gluten-free self-raising flour. I then put 75 grams of unsalted butter cubed into the bowl. I put a good tablespoon of natural flavoured icing sugar into the bowl and a teaspoon of baking powder. You rub that in gently till it resembles nice fine breadcrumbs and then make a well in the centre where you add 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of milk. You mix that round until the dough is forming in your bowl and then tip it out onto your work surface and then you can mould it into your dough. Cut your scones out straight away and put them on to a prepared tin which I greased and then lightly floured and then put each scone on there. Pop them in the fridge for between 10 and 15 minutes just to chill. Turn your oven on to 200 degrees centigrade, which was gas mark 4, 6, gas mark 6, and I can't remember what you said about the Fahrenheit one. Memory's shocking on a Friday.
It is, isn't it?
It's terrible.
Bringing up the table now. 6, 400 Fahrenheit.
400 Fahrenheit, gas mark 6, 200 degrees centigrade. I believe it's 180 degrees centigrade.
Are you 200 in a fan oven?
No, it's 180 in a fan oven.
Right, okay.
180 in a fan oven, 200 degrees centigrade in your non-fan oven. Gas mark 6 or 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
I know I said 390 something last time, but it's 400 on this table.
The one thing I did forget to do when I took them out of the fridge because I put them into the oven too quick, I didn't brush the top with some milk. You can use a little bit of milk. They've not that much difference really when I look at them. So you can brush the tops with milk or with an egg. If you want to do an egg wash on it, you could do an egg wash on it to bring it a nice shiny golden brown. On some of them, if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit of sugar over the top and then you pop them into the oven between 12 and 15 minutes until they are golden brown, and you can lift them off and there's a bit of a hollow sound on them, but they come off the tray and you want to check the underneath. They're cooked, the tops are nice and cooked, and it's a bit of a, it sounds like it is a bit of a hollow sound, so that shows that the inside is cooked fine as well. And then you can wait for them to go cool and decorate them with your cream and your jam, or you can just get your best butter out of the fridge and whap it onto a nice warm scone with a cup of tea. Nothing better. So the full recipe will be on the website shortly, and then I will also put it into the Facebook page, which is our Mixing It Up page. Right, where's that bike? It's nearly done. It's not quite done, the motorbike. I'm a bit worried about that.
Put it back.
No, I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm just a bit see-through on that side. So what I'm going to do is, don't be scared of doing this if you think it's a little bit see-through on one side. I don't want to take it out of the mould and it be broken. So this chocolate, as you can tell, we're starting to set now. I'm just going to get some on the spatula. I'm just coating just the side of the bite there, just where I could just see. Not too much daylight, but you want to make sure that you've got a nice coat in there. And then I'm going to get another piece of greaseproof and I'm going to set it this way up on the greaseproof. That's better. Just want to make sure that nothing's going to break when we take the mould off. Oh, that's even better, that. So I'm going to set it in the fridge like that.
Did you go over the recipe for the cream?
I will do now. I'm just checking my chocolate.
You didn't do it.
I didn't.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it. So the cream, then I got myself some lovely strawberry seedless jam, but the cream, you can use, it depends on how much you want to use. If you want to use 300ml, if you put 300ml in your mixer, then you just want a good 2 tablespoons of your flavoured icing sugar of your choice. And then you mix that round until it's, as you can see from there, it's not started to separate, it's just a nice, light, smooth cream. I've got no separation in there. If you mix it too much, you'll find it will separate, and that is no good, because then that's how you start making your buttermilk and your butter. So you don't want it to separate. You want it just nice, light, and smooth. Pop it into your piping bag, and we'll just do another one here, because these are nice and cold now. So these chop nicely. Says.
You always got a bit of crumbling where you've got fruit on the edge, don't you?
You do. So I'll tell you what, we'll do one each again of how we like it. Some nice jam on there. Some nice jam on there. Some cream, and then on this one we do the cream and have a nice blob of jam. So let's move that up to there. So if you was doing that on your plate, you'd eat all the crumbs anyway, wouldn't you? I'll put those in the dish, not eating them and being good. There we go, so we've got that. I'm just going to check the chocolate again for you. I'm dying for you to see the motorbike out. Is there any questions I can answer? Any questions for you now? Or is there anything that you would like, gluten-free or vegan? Is there anything you can think of now for future weeks for me to be experimenting with and looking at? If you can give me some ideas of what you'd like me to do, that would be a great help, because sometimes I do run out of ideas and I'm always searching for new recipes. So is there something you really want me to do, or is there something that I've done in the past that you really want to see again? Then please let me know, because I'd be more than happy to do it for you, especially on these free from Fridays. I'll do anything within my power to do it. But remember, the recipes, we do need to incorporate our icing sugars or cocoa powders or whipping it up into it. So if you are thinking of a recipe, please remember it has to be sort of a sweet recipe that I can use our products with it as well. So
we can't make Cornish pasties?
No. And no meat potato pies. And I can't be doing no quiche Lorraines. You know what? I quite like the look of the scones there with the jam on the top, Simon.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I do
look.
So did everybody come back to us before? Did everybody come back and say that's how they serve them?
Yeah, people have been saying both.
Both, yeah. I think it's sort of down south they do it this way, and then up here we tend to do it that way. But I quite like it that way, to tell you the truth.
I can't remember which way round they said it, but you're going to look through the comments again, aren't you?
Oh, I always do. I get a nice brew. Right, let's just try this. It has all set inside.
Not taking the excess off the edge.
No, I wanted to have a nice thicker edge. I mean, that doesn't matter that bit because that bit's part of the mould. Just bear with me a second. What I'm doing now, I'm just doing that. I'm just taking it away from these bits here, where they were joined. There we go. So you can just get your palette knife. What you're doing is you're just making sure that your seams are free. She says. Oh, it's starting to.
Is it not wanting to come
It's
out
starting to come away now, but I'm not too sure if. That is completely set. I don't know if I've left it long enough. I'm looking, it's starting to come away at one side. There. Is it? Oh, it's not, it's broke.
Oh.
It's because I forced it.
You've gone too early.
Right, well don't worry, because next Thursday, when I do my new chocolate mould, that is being classed as a new chocolate mould, and we are doing that one next Thursday as well, where we'll get it out completely. What it is, I've not let it set long enough because my frosting hadn't come on the side of the mould there. You have to wait till you've got a frosted look on the mould, and if you get a frosted look, you know the chocolate has started to shrink away from the mould, and that's my one big mistake. I didn't wait for it to frost because I wanted to show you too quickly.
Just impatient.
Very impatient, but it does take around 10 to 15 minutes in the fridge.
Be patient with your chocolate in its moulds.
Yes,
wait till it
and
comes out.
wait until you have got that frosted look on the mould, and that's when the chocolate has set solid and it has started to come away from the mould, and that is the best way. So if it takes 15, if it takes 20 minutes in the fridge, doesn't matter. Just leave it, and just when you go back to it, you can tell instantly when you look at the mould that it's ready to come out. So next week when I do the new moulds and I'm doing that, I'm going to do this one first, so this can be in the fridge while I'm showing you the other moulds, and then we can get this one out of the fridge and I can show you that in all its glory at 2 o'clock on Thursday. So thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that has just broken on me. I'm a bit miffed, but you know what I'm going to do? Take it out of the mould, put it into my chocolate bowl, remelt it down, do it again. And that's what I will be doing. I'll be doing that next Thursday for you. Well, I'm going to do it again in a moment, put it in the fridge, and leave it in the fridge for as long as it needs to set, and then I'm going to take it out. And then I've got one there to show you, but I will do it again next Thursday for you. So I do hope you are going to make some gorgeous scones, gluten-free or not. I want to do gluten-free because I have done fruit scones on the website, we've done vegan scones on the website, and now we've got gluten-free scones. So I've covered all the 3 diets, and I do hope you are going to join me and make some scones and have an absolute fantastic bank holiday weekend. Simon, thank you so much for being on camera and on comments. And don't forget, there's nothing going on Monday because it's Bank Holiday Monday, but we're back at 2 o'clock with our chocolate mould sale. Can't wait. And I think we are actually I'm actually doing a couple of demos on the moulds that we're selling as well. And also, is there something I forgot? June, you thought I'd forgot, didn't you?
Did you not forget, Karen?
No, did I? Because I wanted to do that last. I wanted June to have that happiness in her heart, and Angela have a wonderful day today. So we're going to sing to June now, and I want you to have a wonderful bank holiday, and thank you so much for joining us. So you ready, Simon?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear June. Happy birthday to you.
And
on that note,
on that fun note,
have a wonderful bank holiday.
bye bye.